Hello, I'm DWY14, also George, and welcome back to the channel. I'm here with James, and we are doing the Series 4 specials for Doctor Who.
Hello there. Well, they're more like the David Tennant specials from 2008 to 2010, aren't they? Or was they all between
Yeah, but they
2009
are
and...
classed. Yeah, but I think they're both the classes both on 10 and 10 Series 4, aren't they? I'd say.
Fair enough. Fair enough, bro.
That's
So,
what I'd say.
yeah. Are we going to start with the Christmas special then? What's it called? The one with the governor from Walking Dead?
I don't know Walking Dead, so I don't know who you're talking
Oh,
about.
you know, the tall bloke who's meant to
The
be the... No,
oh
is it the
oh
next
the one
Doctor?
that's meant to be the about the next Doctor, yeah.
That's what it's called.
Oops, I'm not in screen.
All right, then.
Yeah.
So, do you want to say your opinion first, or should I take the floor, or...
You go for yours because I like to bounce back on what you say
All right, then.
when it comes to
So,
your
for
opinion.
me, this episode, it's good at first. Like, I'm really like, oh, okay, David Tennant's on his own, the lonely doctor, blah, 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 blah. He's doing his thing. And he's running after this creature. And then there's another doctor and another companion after this creature as well. And then there's a little bit of action, and you're like,
Cyber Shade.
oh, okay, the cyber shade then. And there's a little
Yeah.
bit of action, and they nearly fall off the edge. They're holding onto the rope, and they manage to capture this cyber shade. And then it's just such good high paced action, in my opinion. I'm thinking, oh, cool, this is the next Doctor then. But instead, it's just some crazy bloke who's like, I'm the Doctor, and then he's like, this is my TARDIS.
Well,
She's
no,
my companion.
it's not. It's not crazy.
No, I'm
The little
guessing.
tube thing that you see in the show. He looked into that and got the Doctor's memories from that.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that bit later, but yeah, at
Uh,
first I thought this guy's just a crazy loon. What the hell's going on? I thought, what is all this about? And the sidemen in this story, all right, I guess. As Christmas, it's as Christmas specials go for Doctor Who, they're just really long, and this one, a lot of it did feel really, really long. But I did like the reveal of the Cyberman gun, to be honest. But I just found the Cybermen a bit boring and a bit naff in this one. It's a shame about his wife, but at
do
least
you
it's
do you think this is the weakest of the specials? Because I do.
It's a bit close to be honest, because what's the one after this called with the flying bus?
Planet of the Dead.
That one, it didn't have the high moments of this episode, but it was more consistent. While this episode had an amazing start, an average middle, and then an amazing ending. While the but but the
Yeah.
Planet of the Dead seemed to be above average, but just this, not nothing high or anything.
Oops.
So I'd say
Need
it
up the
probably
phone.
okay. It is nearly the weakest one, but they're very close. I'd
See,
say
I
yeah.
like Planet of the Dead, and I wouldn't say that's weak,
No, you know what I would say
in
as
my
much as
opinion.
no. Can I just say though? Right, the action at the end is really good.
God
The
damn it.
Cyberwoman Queen, how she can like control her
Yes.
emotions isn't emotionless. That's really cool. And the final showdown's all right. It seems a bit silly that he's flying a balloon up there, but hey, ho, there you go. The main bit of the ending, all of though, is how he's like the doctor. That how the next doctor guy is like. He asks nothing in return. We all need to praise him, and then everyone's clapping him, and everyone was like, "Hey!" And then at the end, he's like, "Come on, bro, join us for dinner, man." And that got me here. I don't know why, it just got me here. And then Tennant's like, "Oh, I've got companions, and yeah, I don't see them anymore."
Something that JJ and Dead you couldn't do.
So yeah, not too much of a bad episode. Amazing ending, amazing start, very average middle. But yeah, I'd say it's good. Yeah, pretty good. So,
Yeah.
the next episode, have you got anything you want to say then?
I thought it was a good episode. I liked how we had companions. Companion that being Rosie or Rosa compared to like Rose, and the TARDIS was like the balloon.
No, but I would have preferred it.
I kind of like those things.
No, but I would have preferred it if it was more futuristic and he didn't come across as an absolute lunatic.
Well, yeah, because one thing that I have a nitpick with, if he had the Doctor's memories and things like that, wouldn't it have had like the intelligence
True,
of
but he just
building
doesn't. He just
all
like
these things?
he just has the Doctor's impulse. He's like, oh, companion, oh, TARDIS, oh, travel. But he doesn't know that the
Like,
Doctor time
yeah,
travels.
well,
He doesn't know that there's aliens. Like, come on.
yeah, like if like, I was thinking when that episode first aired, and how old we were, around 10, 11. I was thinking, oh, he's gonna have this big like machine that's kind of like an actual TARDIS,
But it
but
wasn't,
it's
was it?
just basically a big metal block of a machine.
Mm,
I thought it might have been something like that.
yeah. I mean, people could make the
But
argument, oh, he
yeah,
only absorbs some of the Doctor's memories, but it just makes him come across as an idiot. But oh well, it's whatever.
it does. Yeah.
Let's
One thing though, I do like is how Rusty Davis fooled everyone at the time.
Oh, how we all thought this guy would be the new. Well, how you lot thought this guy would be the new
Yes,
Doctor.
because it just been it had just been announced that David was leaving the role. So having this episode come out fooled everyone thinking that his name was David as well. I can't think of his last name.
Me neither, but I know he was the governor in Walking Dead, so.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll call just Ten and him David just to make it a bit more clearer.
Fairs.
But like Chen was leaving because this had just been announced. I think a couple of weeks or a couple of months before, and to have this episode being the next Doctor, it just completely pulled everyone until you watched it until the end of it, and you saw it like that.
Yeah.
But it did a really good job of basically doing it.
Mm-hmm. Go on then, continue then. It was cool how he fooled the audience.
Yeah, well, I thought it was good how he fooled him because as I was saying, he was Tim was leaving, and this other David might have been taken over, basically. But yeah.
Fair enough.
Do I look like a dark shadow to you? Sorry. Do I look like a dark shadow, or can you see me okay?
No, I can see you. I can see you. So it's Forest of the Dead next.
Yes, it is Forest of the Dead.
So
I like this one.
Yeah. I mean, it was quite intriguing with the character at the start. I can't remember her name. What is it?
Lady, not Lady Sandra. Oh, God damn, hang on. Think. Oh, come on. Hang on. Let me look. Oh, this is gonna bother me if I don't.
I can look at it right now.
Oh, come on, load, damn you, load. Come on, stick a load in. Come on. Um, Lady Christina.
Lady Christina. All right then. So it was quite cool at the start how she was trying to rob an artifact, and you think, what the hell is so important about this? Obviously, it's just valuable. Anyway, she runs away from the police in a pretty cool action scene, and she gets on this bus, and for some reason, the Doctor's on the bus. Seems a bit strange, but there you go.
Chris Easter.
Oh, Easter. Oh, okay. Anyway.
Well, he explains it. Well, why is on there? Because he's basically taking a break from time traveling and wanted to take the bus.
Oh, that's fair play then. Never mind. Forget
and
what
it's just coincidence that he's on there when it goes through the portal.
Yeah. How does the portal pop up again then?
To be honest, I forget. It's been quite a while since I watched this. I meant to rewatch them,
Oh, okay.
but I never got to it.
Anyway,
yeah.
so this
I
portal.
thought the side casts were good as well.
Yeah. All the people on the bus, they were quite
Oh,
emotional.
what are you gonna say?
They got you
Yeah.
invested because all of them had different lives. You had some old people, you had some young people, you had middle-aged people, and you wanted them to make it out of it all right, you know.
Yeah. It kind of felt like going to a special later on. It kind of felt like that voyage of the damned kind of
I don't
vibe.
think it was as action-packed as that and as hyped up as that.
No. I mean, like the side cast,
Oh yeah, definitely.
they kind of felt the same.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But the stories are tonally and narratively different, though, obviously. So yeah, the bad guys in this are some. Oh wait, no. So they go through the portal, and then the bus driver's like, "Oh, we can go home then, can't we?" And then he walks through the portal and goes, and then blows up into flames, which is
oh yeah,
a shame for him. So you're like, "Oh damn." All the police and the army don't know what to do about this portal. They're like, "Oh, what do we do? What do we do?" And they're like, "Oh, come on, just wait for the doctor." And then the doctor like warns them, "Oh crap, there's things coming from ages away." And then they're like, "Oh, we have to shut it." Then they're like, "No, don't." And
yeah.
yeah, so
It's unit, isn't it?
oh yeah, unit. Sorry, yeah. So the doctor and the what's her name, Christina. They go to this ship and there's these fly people there, and they have a bit of banter. There's a bit of action on there.
They're called the Civil, if I'm right.
Oh, the Sliver or whatever their name is. Both of them get
No,
eaten by
Civil, not Civil.
what are they called?
Civil.
Shrivor.
That's it.
Okay, so the
Spot
Shrivor
on.
the Shrivor get eaten by the massive flying mantis, whatever they're called. Stingrays.
Stingray.
Stingray, yeah. So they're
God, I know too much about this.
they're flying around like madmen. The doctor and Christina get away back to the bus, and yeah, the action's quite good. But it is amazing when that dude fanboys out, and he's like, "Oh my god, it's the doctor! I love you so much, the doctor! I've heard all about your amazing work." That was quite banterous.
Yeah, well, I like him because he's a comedian.
Yeah,
But did you notice when Joe and the unit officer basically points a gun at him,
yeah.
how he grabs the board out of nowhere?
Oh, to defend the shot, is that it or something else?
Yeah, it comes out of nowhere
Oh,
because they had to cut that out of the script originally. Well,
oh,
just cut it out in general because it was filmed.
okay.
But yeah, that was meant to go in.
All right then.
So
Well,
if you rewatch that, you'll see that it just comes out of nowhere.
but so they managed to get through the portal, and don't some of the flying things get through?
A couple,
Yeah.
just
So that
a few, and
how
they
do
get shot
how do
down.
they beat the flying things?
Well, they just shoot him.
Oh, that's cool then. So they get
They
most
close
people.
the portal, and like 3 or 4 of them get out, and the unit shoot them dead.
Oh, that's cool. But anyway, they get out the portal, and then instead of doing what the doctor should do and putting criminals under arrest, he gives her a flying bus, and she goes, "See ya." So I mean, it's a nice ending. But
I kind of disagree with that.
Go on then.
I kind of disagree with that.
Why?
Shouldn't the doctor be under arrest for blowing up planets and killing his own race?
No, but that was to save the whole universe. This is a woman who bloody robbed and
Well, yeah, but it's still people getting killed.
George, the doctor does not give criminals flying buses. That's ridiculous. Anyway,
He stole the TARDIS.
Yeah, but
and
it's
she stole the diamond.
whatever. But yeah, it's I mean, it's not awful. It was just a bit like out of character, but there you go.
I quite liked it because they made a big finish of it,
Mm. Anyway,
where she basically drove the flying bus into a planet, basically killing
what?
everyone on that planet.
What are you going on about? When did this happen?
In Big Finish is a spin-off where she basically kamikazed the bus right into a planet, killing all I think it was 24 billion people on the planet.
You have to be lying. You can't be telling the truth.
I'm just bullshitting you. That never
I
happened.
knew it. I knew it. I was going to say they're not going to make that happen. 24 billion.
Oh, your face! You got to zoom in on your face when I was saying that, because that was absolutely hilarious.
Well, I was a bit like, well, why? What? I was just confused. But anyway, do you want to move on to Waters on Mars then?
Fuck yeah!
I mean, Planet of the Dead. As much as I have some gripes with it, it's pretty much good all around. So yeah, Forest of the Dead. Let's get into this then. So, probably one of the best
No,
episodes.
we all about
I mean,
Dead.
sorry.
Waters of Mars.
Waters on Mars, yeah, one of the best episodes of the series ever. Phenomenal. It's another Doctor adventure on his own, and I think it's good that there wasn't a companion there, because you know, in the scenes where the Doctor's like, when he's walking away at the end, and all the people are like, oh my god, and the base is going up in flames, and the Doctor's like, what do I do? If there had been a companion there, it wouldn't have had the same impact,
Yeah.
because the companion probably would have
Oh no, it wouldn't have.
because the companion either would have convinced him to save them or kept going on and on and on. You got to save him, and it would have been boring. But instead, we just see the Doctor's body language, how he feel. You can just tell, like, when he's talking to people and how he feels about these good people on Mars, you know, because they're just
Well, you can
astronauts.
kind of reference that to Pompeii, can't you?
Yeah, how he saves the people at the last.
Because because Donna said, well, you can't save everyone, but you can just save this one family.
Yeah, but
So it would have been something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so which Pompeii was a great episode, but this is 20 times better.
Yeah.
I can't believe Karen Gillan was in was in Fires of Pompeii. That's quite cool.
Well, Peter Capaldi was.
I know, yeah, he was as well. Yeah.
So
anyway.
Is in Doctor Who 3 times. Is in Torchwood.
Oh yeah.
An early Doctor Who in this one, but yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Waters on Mars. Doctor's on his own exploring Mars, and this robot rolls up to him. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?" Then the robot brings the Doctor in, that's being controlled by this guy, and yeah. But then we find out
What I like though is how he tries to get away, because the Doctor knows that all these people are going to die, and he tries his best to get away.
Oh yeah, does he keep saying, "I've got to go now. I've got to go now. See ya." I think he does.
Yeah, and he's got things he needs to do.
Yeah, but obviously the Doctor just doesn't want to feel guilty, does he, for letting these people die? He doesn't want to get to know them.
Well, no, it's not that. It's because he knows he can't change history.
Oh yeah,
that's why.
Yeah,
he can't change timelines and he can't change history. That's why he couldn't stay.
Yeah. So the villain in this episode, I really like how it's water that makes them go mad. Well, that makes them infected. Any little bit of water, if it lands on you, you're a goner. What is this water alien meant to be that takes over their body and changes them into lunatics?
It's just what the water is on Mars. I think it's not really explained that much.
Oh,
it's just what the water is,
and it just turns them into lunatics.
Well, yeah, it just infects the body, turn them into monsters.
Yeah, quite a shame. So could have the monsters got on the rocket and then gone back to Earth and destroyed everything?
Well, yeah, that's what the doctor says, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
One drop of that in Earth's water go all through the water streams, all through the rivers and the sea, and would destroy the planet. Well, that's why the base had to go,
Yeah.
and 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 I couldn't go back to Earth, right? O- Only because those others weren't infected,
Yeah.
and the doctor could take them knowing that the water wouldn't get
So,
anywhere near the planet.
so was all the other water before, like Earth water, brought to Mars? That's what they were drinking before this happened.
Well, yeah, their water would have got infected by
The Mars water.
that water. Yeah.
That's fair. So, what else is good about this episode then? As I say, you really root for the Mars, the astronauts, because they're just regular people being astronauts. They're all nice, cool people.
The ending,
Oh yeah, the ending's amazing.
Time Lord victorious.
Yeah. The doctor's walking away. Does he have them on walkie-talkie, and he can hear them screaming? Or
No.
okay, sorry.
But what happens?
Simultaneously, you can
He
see.
takes them back to Earth with. So he takes Adeline Brooke and the other two back to Earth because he knows that because she dies on that planet that her granddaughter learns about her, and that's why she becomes one of the best astronauts in the universe, basically.
Yeah.
Because of her death,
Mm-hmm.
and because the Doctor is getting a lot more Time Lord victorious, where he thinks he can do whatever he wants because there's no other Time Lords. He basically says, well, she can just learn off you with you being alive, and he says tough when Adnan says about what about time itself, and wouldn't that be rewritten? And he says tough, and as he turns away, going back into the TARDIS, she goes into her house, and you just hear the blaster, and the flash of light,
and then she's dead.
And you know what's that? Yeah, and you know what's happened. And
the
he
other,
realizes, as he says, that he's gone too far.
And the other two leg it, and he's like, take care of her to the one geezer. But yeah, the scene itself was amazing, wasn't it? When he's walking away, and then he comes back to save him, and everything's blowing up, and he's like, "Quick, get out of here!" And
yeah, it's good. And Phenox is all you're getting. I love that.
Yeah.
Because it's been leading up to the master with the 4 knocks.
Oh yeah, that was really
being
cool.
Being a time with her, so it was.
Yeah.
And then when it goes, and it goes, 3 knocks is all you're getting. I love that line.
Yeah, that was quite awesome.
I think it's an absolutely fantastic line that Russell Davis did.
Yeah, well, overall amazing episode. What can I say? Probably the second best episode out of the Tennant specials.
Yeah.
So, next episode, episodes, the 2-parter, End of Time. Just going to say right now,
I'm going to talk about them separately or both together.
Let's just talk about them separately then first.
Yeah, because that's what I would have thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So, part 1, we see that. So it does move quite quick with what happens, because don't these weird master worshippers, or what's he called, Baron Saxton worshippers? They're like trying to get a bit of the master. They're getting like his ring. They're trying to resurrect him, aren't they?
No, it's not Baron Saxon. It's Harold. So it's Harold Saxton worshippers are trying to resurrect him. Because when you watch the episode before with him in, when he's getting burned by the doctor,
A little ring
his
falls out.
ring falls off his finger,
Yeah.
and that's what they use to bring him back.
Hmm.
But Howard Saxon's wife, or the Master's wife, basically intercepts it, and I forget what the potion's called now, but it basically stops him becoming fully reborn.
Hmm.
So that's why he's like half skeletal and keeps eating food.
Yeah. Thing is,
So it's basically like that.
some people don't like that because the resurrection went wrong, didn't it? Because she blew up the building. But
Yeah.
I person,
You know, we were talking about this the other day, weren't we? People not liking that version of the Master.
yeah, because some
But
people
I
are like,
always thought it was quite good.
yeah, some people are like, oh, the skeleton looks stupid. Why is he going? Why is he doing that for? And I'm thinking, see, do you just want the Master to take over the world again, like the end of series 3? Like, what is wrong with something new? You know, what is wrong with a new version of this crazy Master with blonde hair and scruffy clothes and all that jazz? I think it's cooler, personally. I
Yeah,
think it's well cool. I think it's way less generic.
it is because it shows that the Master isn't the Master isn't the normal Master,
Yeah,
and and you can tell that the Master's dying.
yeah, that he's got a few screws loose. But what else happens in this episode? Some amazing stuff with Wilf and the Doctor. Is part one when he's
Oh,
saying
Wolf's fantastic.
is it part one when he's saying don't die, you brilliant man, blah 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 blah, or is that part two?
Is that the bit in the ship?
No. The bit in the ship is when he's talking to him about guns or something. He said you need to fight the Master with a gun. It must be
Yeah,
part one
yeah. Oh, you're thinking of the bit when they in the
in the shop
cafe
cafe.
talking.
Yeah, that was an amazing
Yeah,
scene.
that's part one.
Yeah,
That's part one.
I
That's a great scene.
absolutely love that scene. And he's like, Donna was so much better with you. Come on, why can't you bring her back? And he
Yeah,
says, well, if she remembers anything, she dies. Her head explodes, pretty much. So, and
yeah. Well, then that goes back to the end of series 4 where um when she had binary, that's her basically her brain overloading with stuff.
yeah,
Because imagine having the Doctor's knowledge and everything that he knows and what all his feelings and like in
mhm.
your head, it would feel like that. Like whatever the Doctor has in his head, you can never ever cope with that, could you? Really,
No,
as a normal person, you can never cope with it.
unless you're like next level mentally tough. But
I think it needs to be more than that.
really,
I think you need to have like two brains to do like
Eesh.
two full
Okay.
brains to like survive it.
Just to say about how Donna forgets everything, right? That is a
Mm.
heartbreaking, bittersweet ending. Do you think that it's better? Like, do you think her life's like the thing is, I think it's sort of good that she sort of got what she's always wanted. She just wanted to be with a bloke and have a laugh and have a family. That's what she wanted, wasn't it? But she loved the life of adventure and she
Yeah,
can't remember it. But at least it happened, even though she can't remember it.
yeah.
That's sort of the bittersweetness, I think. It's definitely more bitter than sweet, but at least it happened.
But she does remember it in the end, though, doesn't she?
Yeah, but not much. Doesn't her mind get wiped again? No,
I can't remember too
no,
well.
because all the masters walk up to her and say something, and she remembers it, and then she goes, "Phew," and then all the masters get knocked over by a sound wave.
Oh, she thinks it's a dream, doesn't she? She thinks it's all a dream.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think,
yeah, because they're all
if I'm
turning
right. I
into
think
the master.
no, all her memories coming back. She thinks it's a dream
Oh, that's good then.
or something like that. So I forget fully.
Hmm. I think that is probably the best character ending, though, like companion ending, because it does stick with you, even though it's sad. It's probably the
Mm.
best one. Then
Yeah,
probably
well, you're in
Martha's.
series 7 now. As we talk about on the on LP, you're at the start of series 7.
Yeah,
Oh, God, like if you really like Amy and Rory, as you know, because you looked it up.
yeah.
If you really do like him, it might be a fine because I'm not the biggest fan of Rory, but I like Amy,
I think they're both great.
and he was and even I was on the verge of tears at what happens.
But Aaron told me when we was at the pub in the summer, he said to me, "Thing is, it's a bit sad, but it's not really that good." So, so I don't think.
There's a very strange element to it. Um, yeah, very strange element to what happens because of what I don't
Just
of
leave
what
it up. Just let me get to it. Just let me get to it, then I'll say my
yeah
opinion.
yeah, but yeah only yeah what you need to watch it like you need to watch the next 5 episodes as quick as possible, basically.
I'll see what I can do. Anyway, let's talk about part one a bit
Yeah.
more. So in part one, the master pretty much wins because you've got that lunatic. Isn't he a book writer and he wants to create every human to live like really, really long, or he wants his daughter to live for ages? Then the master gets in the machine.
Oh, I thought he was a president.
Might have been, I don't know. But
I thought he was. I don't know.
everyone goes really, really quickly and changes into the master, and then the master's Barack Obama, and he's like, "Hey, I'm the president." And then you've got them, what's his name, John Sim, clapping in a dress like this.
Yeah. Oh, I've got that as a gift. I actually just jump up and down, clapping it.
Imagine that with no context. That's got to be one of the weirdest things ever.
I know. I wish I had the. I saw behind the scenes of it or something like it where he's talking about it,
How did you feel about
and
it?
and everybody couldn't stop laughing at
Yeah.
him when he was doing it.
Was he laughing loads at it, or did he think it was daft?
I think he quite enjoyed doing it because it was quite a different thing. Because he like he'd done like Life on Mars and things like that, which were quite serious but very good. Like if any of you watching haven't watched Life on Mars, go and watch it because that's kind of got. Have you seen it?
No, no. Aaron said it was something like something strange. Aaron said it's just a bit strange.
It's kind of like basically. I won't spoil anything, but John Sim's character is in a
He gets
coma,
taken back in time. Oh, he's in a coma.
and when he's hit by a car,
Oh,
and it's suggested that he's in a coma.
mm-hmm.
But is in the I think it's the 70s or 80s. I forget. I think it's the 80s. But he's basically stuck like that, and he can hear things what he like people he knows when when he's in the hospital bed. So it's like that, but it's a very cool thing. Like when we can finally like go out and see people, like I'll give you the DVD to watch the first series because you'll I think you'll enjoy it because it's got that it's got like a pinch of time travel to it, pinch of police like and so but opera to it.
I'll see. I'll see about watching it.
It's a really good thing. You like Prison Break and things like that, don't you?
Season one and
I
two
think
are
this is,
amazing.
yeah, I think this will up your alley. Actually, I really
Maybe.
do. I think it really would be up your alley.
Anyway, end of part 1. So Masters pretty much won, and then the start. Oh wait, no, the Time Lord's narrating. That was epic. That was so cool. The Timothy Dalton narrating and
Yeah,
being like, "Oh, one crazy man
Timothy Dalton was fantastic.
and his savior." Blah 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 blah. And then the Time Lords come back, and you're like, "What?" It's like one of the coolest things ever.
Like there is an episode like later on in Doctor Who which you won't know about. I don't know if you want to mute me for a second while I just say this because it's quite a big spoiler.
All right, stick your thumbs up when I can unmute you. I'm muting you now.
So basically, because Timothy Dalton couldn't
I hope the audio still comes through.
play.
I can't hear you, George. Continue. I've muted.
Oh right, that's fine. I was just thinking when you said that just.
Which I might as well
But
turn
because
my camera
Timothy Dalton couldn't come back and play Raston again in the later series, they basically spent a load of money getting. I forget. Well, I forget what the guy's name is now. But he was in Game of Thrones, so they decided to spend a load of money getting him to play last one, where he was good, but not as good as Timothy Dalton. And just because Timothy Dalton was busy, they couldn't have just waited to do it. So yeah, it's a shame he only did this because it would be great
George,
coming
can
back.
I unmute you yet? Oh, great. All right then. I've turned my volume back up now.
There you go. It's just the second you said that, I'll finish what I was saying.
Oh, great. All right then.
But yeah.
So, yeah, part 2, the Time Lords come in, and you're like, whoa! And then there's them cool Cactus Aliens, which are really cool. It's just all
That's racist.
Anyway.
Line from the episode that the cactus.
Oh.
Well, they're called wolf racist for calling them cactuses, don't they?
Oh, I forgot. But yeah, the Cactus Aliens, they're really cool, really awesome. They fly around in space. Who comes after them in space? Doesn't a ship come after them in space, or am I just?
Because the master takes over every single person in the world. He's got like all like launch code, missile, missile launch codes. So every single like missile is sent after this ship with the Doctor in.
Yeah. But anyway, so the Doctor and Wilf are talking, having another amazing emotional scene.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You've got to do something. You've got to stand up to the master." And he's like, "No, I don't use guns." Blah 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 blah. And then they're like, "The Time Lords are down there." And then he takes the gun, dun 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 dun. And then he jumps out the ship, dun 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 dun. And then somehow he survives, falling like thousands of feet. But there you go, or like a few hundred feet.
Well, that's why he goes. I'm still alive when he gets there.
Is he surprised that he survived? Has the Doctor ever jumped like... Hold on, didn't Tom Baker regenerate because he fell 20 feet? How did the Doctor survive that? George.
Doctor Who, don't think about it.
Don't think about it. That's the whole show.
Don't think about it.
Anyway, so he somehow survives falling very, very high up out of the sky. And the Master's there, and then the Time Lord's there. Time Lords want to turn Earth into Gallifrey. And then the Doctor's pointing his gun at both of them, and you think, "Oh crap, what's the Doctor gonna do? Is he gonna kill? Is he gonna kill these guys? Blah 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 blah." And then he points the gun at the Master because they turn on the Master, and the Master tries to turn on them. And then he points the gun at the Master and says, "Move," and then shoots the machine.
Move out of the way.
Yeah. And then the Master's like,
and then
"Yo!" And then
as they're going back. No, no, no. He tells the doctor to move, then doesn't he?
Oh yeah, that was
Like
really
he,
cool.
like, yeah, and tells him to move, and he does it. Oh, that's something we haven't talked about. Yeah, his electric powers.
Yeah, those are
I
quite
thought
cool.
that a lot of people thought that was quite like gimmicky and cartoony, but I quite like that.
Yeah, yeah. But
I
anyway,
thought it's quite a cool little thing.
he sends himself and the Time Lords back into the middle of nowhere, and then the Doctor's like, "I'm still alive," but a few minutes earlier, Wilf let somebody out of a radiation chamber and got himself locked in there.
Yeah, and he has his little like moment,
I now
doesn't he?
Now, I'm not going to name names, but a reviewer said that this moment was a load of crap, and I was literally shocked out of my mind. The reviewer didn't like End of Time and End of Time Part 2, and I thought, you know what? If you don't like A Million Masters, whatever, if you think the Master's silly, whatever, you think it's a bit silly, but having a go at this amazing emotional scene where the Doctor actually comes across as human, the bloke's been around for like 900 years. Of course, he's going to have a human moment. He's not going to be an alien all the time. The reviewer did make the point of, oh well, the doctor's regenerated and died loads of times before, and he always comes back. So what's the problem? Yeah, but it's still every cell in his body dying, and he becomes a different person. He's had loads of companions this time, and none of them are gonna remember. Well, a lot of them are going to be confused if they ever see him again. So I don't really. I quite like it. I think it's a good take on a regeneration. Him being worried about dying and all that crap. I think it's a really good take, and him complaining, being like, "It's not fair. He's fucking
Yeah,
right to do. He's right to do so. This dude has literally saved so many people. He's made so many lives better, and he's done it all with pretty much no thanks at all. Like, it makes it interesting. It makes him seem more human. He's not just an emotionless alien that goes, yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's fine that I'm going to die. It's fine. Oh, yeah, it's fine. That'd be boring. That wouldn't make his character more interesting. But anyway, that was an amazing scene. And then he curls up into a ball when he's in that radiation chamber, then gets up and he's like, I'm going to go and do something, Wilf. And then, and then he goes off. He saves a load of people's lives. He throws all the rules out the door, which I love. It shows that he doesn't care about the rules anymore. He's like, you know what? Forget this. I don't care. I'm saving the people I care about. He saves Sarah Jane's son. He saves Mickey and Martha, which would have been an awesome spin-off, by the way.
yes, it would have. Yes, it would. Yeah.
He gets Captain Jack to hook up with Alonzo or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He what else does he do? He gives Donna the
Meets
lottery.
Rose again.
No, he gives Donna and her family the
Oh
lottery.
yeah, yeah.
And then he meets Rose and he says, you're going to have
From
a...
a coin that I was gonna say with the Donna one as well. He borrowed the pound um off Donna's mom's deceased husband.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah. He mentions the name, and you can see it in her face that she knows who it is. Being
Yeah.
that it's her dead husband.
It's quite cool when that woman keeps coming and talking to the doctor and no one knows who she is and people still don't know. But it's she's what's his name? No, not what's his name, what's her name? Meant to be the doctor's mom, isn't she? We didn't talk about her. She was amazing. And it
Yes,
made you think, who's this person? No one is this close to the doctor. No one knows him this well, apart from like the Master and the Time Lords who are mostly dead. So who
there
is
is
this
a
other person?
speculation, like about the timeless child, don't you?
No.
Well, I won't go into it, but something to do with the timeless child in series 12. People are now speculating somebody in that is that woman, basically.
Oh, okay.
Like if you know, you know. If you don't, just find somebody who does that, because I'm trying my best not to spoil it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Well, I think it's better that it's speculation anyway. Give people years and years and years and years to speculate and then tell the truth eventually. I don't know. Or just make them speculate forever. It's whatever. I prefer the speculation because once the answer's the answer, then you know what the answer is. And then everyone's like, oh, well, there's no more speculating because we know what it is. But yeah, the like, and when he regenerates, it's amazing. It works well that it's at night and it's snowing because obviously it's Christmas. But if it wasn't snowing, you know, you can feel the Doctor feeling cold and like he's regenerating. And then the Ood are like, "We will sing for you, Doctor." Amazing, absolute bravo,
Yeah.
absolutely just phenomenal. And then the camera zooms in on him, and then he's like, "I don't want to go." And then he sees the stuff on his hand, then regenerates, and it's just amazing. You feel so bad for him because Tennant, you know, he's the lonely Doctor. He dies alone, none of his companions with him. He did all this stuff for all these people, and you know, he lost all the Time Lords and everyone he knew to the Time War, his family, everything. And he died alone when he deserved so much better. But at the same time, he went on a lot of adventures with his companions. So it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then he turns into Matt Smith, which I wouldn't say ruined the moment for me, but the moment was amazing anyway, so it didn't ruin anything. But it was
Well, it's always going to be like that, where it's a new Doctor that's full of life and is basically reborn.
yeah, I suppose it would have been a bit boring
So
if
it's going to be that.
if the Doctor had kept it monotone. I suppose it would have been a bit boring, wouldn't it? If he'd been like, oh, blah 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 blah
Of
blah.
course, yeah.
So Tennant being like, "Oh, I'm back, way!" Well, not Tennant, the Doctor being like, "I'm back, way!" I suppose it shows you what this new Doctor's going to be like and how he's going to act and all that jazz. So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool.
Well, you say that that's the way he's going to act, but you always see it on Series 7, and if you're like me, that likes a dark Doctor, then you'll enjoy this series.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
So with these Tennant specials, it's quite hard to compare them to other series. I suppose you just could compare them to like the best 5 episodes of other series, couldn't you? And
Yeah, you could, yeah.
but for what they are, I mean,
or other Christmas specials.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, they're all pretty good. I really like them. I think they're good. Amazing ending to Tennant's character, and Waters on Mars is amazing. And what is it? Planet of the Dead and the Next Doctor's pretty good, I suppose. Well, they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I've got to say about the David Tennant specials, Series 4 specials. What have you got to say?
I think they are fantastic. And I'm completely back. I'm just doing something. There we go. I think these specials are some of the greatest episodes of Doctor Who of all time, and they deserve to be immortalised as some of the best. And that's all I've got to say.
I thought you were going to say like the best episodes on telly ever, and I was going to like, hold on, bro, slow down a bit.
Well, no, some of the best episodes of Doctor Who.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Definitely Waters on Mars.
And the 2-parter.
And the 2-parter, yeah.
But
yeah.
I've got nothing else to say, so yeah.
That's it then. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you to James for joining me once again.
No problem.
And we will be back soon with Series 5 and Series 6. If I'm right.
Yeah, I've watched that, so we'll probably do that as well.
Series 5 and Series 6. See you later, guys.
Have a good one.